Every Valentine's Day, a masked killer known as the Heart Eyes Killer turns love into a nightmare, hunting down romantic couples and leaving a trail of terror. This year, the bloodshed continues, and no couple is safe. The film begins at a winery in Seattle, where a young couple, Patrick and Adeline, are enjoying a romantic moment. As the evening unfolds, Patrick surprises Adeline with a proposal, something she never expected. Overwhelmed with joy, she happily accepts. However, in the midst of their celebration, Patrick receives a call from his photographer, Nico, who informs him that he missed capturing the proposal. Frustrated but determined to get the perfect shot, Patrick prepares to redo the moment. Unfortunately for Nico, while setting up for the shot, he is brutally stabbed through the face by a masked killer known as Heart Eyes. Oblivious to the horror unfolding nearby, Patrick and Adeline continue their proposal, unaware that their dream moment is about to turn into a nightmare. As Patrick answers a phone call in the middle of the celebration, Heart Eyes strikes, firing an arrow straight through his head. Adeline, frozen in shock, screams in terror before instinctively running for her life. As she flees, she barely dodges a few of Heart Eyes' arrows and manages to find a temporary hiding spot. However, a call suddenly comes through on her phone. It's Heart Eyes. In a panic, she yells and screams at him, unknowingly giving away her location. Seizing the opportunity, the killer shoots an arrow at her foot, wounding her and slowing her escape. Desperate, Adeline stumbles into the facility, where she witnesses Heart Eyes killing a security guard. She keeps running, hoping to find safety, but her luck runs out. Her attempt to hide turns into her downfall when Heart Eyes finds her and locks her inside a massive grape press machine, crushing her completely. Weeks later, news of Heart Eyes' gruesome murders spreads like wildfire, with authorities warning citizens to remain vigilant. The killer has previously terrorized cities like Boston, targeting couples celebrating Valentine's Day. Meanwhile, at a coffee shop nearby, ad designer Ali McCabe is grabbing coffee with her co-worker and best friend, Monica. Just as they're about to leave, Ali crosses paths with a charming stranger named Jay Simmons. They strike up a brief conversation over the coincidence of ordering the same coffee, but things quickly take an awkward turn when they accidentally bump heads twice. To make matters worse, Ali unintentionally gives Jay a bloody nose. Embarrassed by her clumsiness, she rushes off to work. As she leaves, Jay hears a news report about the Heart Eyes killer, along with a stern warning from the police urging couples to stay home on Valentine's Day. Back at work, Ali's boss, Crystal Kane, calls her out for pitching a controversial perfume ad featuring famously doomed lovers Romeo and Juliet, given the ongoing horror surrounding Heart Eyes. The timing of the ad is seen as tone-deaf and in extremely poor taste. To fix the PR disaster, Crystal introduces Jay, who turns out to be the company's new hire, to help clean up the mess. Meanwhile, the city remains on high alert. Detectives Zeke Hobbs and Janine Shaw arrive at the winery to investigate the brutal murders of Patrick and Adeline. As they examine the crime scene, they discover a wedding ring in the grape press machine where Heart Eyes claimed Adeline's life. Shaw begins to suspect that these murders are more than random acts of violence. Heart Eyes appears to have a twisted, ritualistic method of killing his victims. Back at the office, Ali confronts Crystal for humiliating her in front of the entire team. Afterward, she takes a moment to clear her head, only to be interrupted by Jay, who invites her to dinner, strictly for work purposes. Hesitant at first, Ali eventually agrees. Later, Monica takes Ali shopping for a new outfit, and over dinner, they discuss Ali's habit of stalking her ex-boyfriend online. Monica finds it weird, but Ali insists she's just surprised at how quickly he moved on. She also tells Monica about her upcoming dinner with Jay, which excites Monica enough to push Ali into getting a fresh look for the occasion. That evening, Ali arrives at a restaurant to meet Jay. As she enters, security scans her for weapons, revealing that they are taking extra precautions in case Heart Eyes decides to strike. Jay soon arrives, and as they chat, he shares his belief in love and his hope of finding the right person. Ali, however, is bitter and cynical, still heartbroken over her ex. Seeing him all over social media with his new girlfriend has only made things worse. The conversation takes an awkward turn, leading to a tense moment that ruins the night. Frustrated, Jay decides to leave. Realizing she may have been too harsh, Ali runs after him to apologize. In a spur-of-the-moment decision, she grabs him and kisses him, right as she spots her ex, Colin, and his new girlfriend, Sienna. Just before Colin and Sienna enter the restaurant, Ali impulsively pretends that she and Jay are in a relationship. As the four of them chat, Colin and Sienna mention that they were supposed to be on a double date with Patrick and Adeline, completely unaware of their tragic fate. Meanwhile, lurking from afar, Heart Eyes watches their every move. After dinner, Ali and Jay head home, sharing a ride. Once they arrive at Ali's apartment, she realizes she has lost her keys. The driver, trying to be helpful, encourages Jay to ask Ali out, which seems to motivate him. However, before he can make his move, he learns about Ali's missing keys and offers to help. Jay breaks a window to get inside but ends up cutting his hand badly in the process. Feeling responsible, Ali invites him into her apartment to treat his injury. As she cleans and bandages Jay's wound, their conversation turns personal, with Ali opening up about her past and why she dropped out. The tension between them slowly builds, leading to an intimate moment. However, just as Ali moves to hide some of her personal belongings in her closet, her heart stops. Heart Eyes is already inside, waiting in the shadows. The killer suddenly lunges at her, but Jay reacts quickly, trying to fight him off. Heart Eyes nearly stabs Jay, but Ali smashes a lamp over the killer's head, giving them a chance to escape. They rush out of the apartment and lock the door behind them, but Heart Eyes doesn't give up so easily. He stabs his knife through the door before turning his attention to the driver outside, brutally killing him. In the chaos, Ali realizes something crucial. Heart Eyes only targets couples. Desperate to save themselves, she shouts that she and Jay are not actually together and barely even know each other. But the killer isn't buying it. Ali and Jay make a run for it, heading toward a park. Just as they think they've lost him, Heart Eyes emerges again and knocks Jay unconscious. Ali, now completely alone, sprints toward a carousel, frantically searching for an escape. The killer catches up, grabbing her, but she manages to kick him off, buying herself just enough time. As she stumbles away, the sound of sirens fills the air. Police have arrived. Detective Hobbs announces that Heart Eyes has been captured. Relieved but shaken, Ali finds Jay in the back of a police car. However, things take a shocking turn when Hobbs and Shaw, ironically sharing the same names as the action duo from the Rocks movie, mistakenly believe Jay is Heart Eyes. They claim to have found evidence linking. Empty. Growing more anxious, she grabs an American flagpole, arming herself in case the real villain is still out there. Shaw and the station clerk arrive just as Ali is gripping the flagpole for protection. The clerk takes it from her hands, trying to reassure her, while Shaw starts a conversation. But before they can process anything, the lights in the station suddenly go out. Shaw steps away to check on the power outage, leaving Ali with the clerk. Moments later, a chilling scream echoes through the darkness. Heart Eyes has struck again, killing the clerk with the very flagpole Ali was holding earlier. Panic sets in as Ali takes off running. The station is now a hunting ground, and to make matters worse, Heart Eyes seems to have no trouble seeing in the dark. The detectives rush in to confront him, but they're hopelessly outmatched. Shaw is knocked unconscious, while Hobbs suffers a gruesome fate. Heart Eyes slashes him open with a machete before finishing him off. With the officers down, Heart Eyes turns his attention to Jay, who is still chained up in the interrogation room. Just as the killer is about to strike, Ali arrives just in time to free Jay from his restraints. The two barely make it outside when an incoming vehicle speeds toward Ali, trying to run her down. But Jay pushes her out of the way, saving her. With no time to catch their breath, they sprint away as Heart Eyes relentlessly chases them. They find themselves in a park full of happy couples, an ideal hunting ground for the killer. Before they can warn anyone, Heart Eyes slaughters a young man in his path, causing chaos as people begin screaming and fleeing in terror. Desperate for a hiding spot, Ali and Jay duck into a park van, only to find it already occupied by a couple in the middle of some intimate role-play. The couple assumes Ali and Jay are just playing along, oblivious to the real danger outside. As the couple gets louder, their noise attracts Heart Eyes, who mercilessly kills them by shoving a tire iron through their mouths. Realizing they can't just keep running, Ali and Jay decide to make a stand. Heart Eyes won't stop until they're dead, so they have no choice but to end this fight right here. Grabbing the tire iron as a weapon, they face off against the masked killer. The battle is brutal. Ally bashes him over the head with a propane tank, but Heart Eyes quickly grabs her by the throat before he can strangle her. Jay drives a machete into his chest, finally bringing the killer down. As the adrenaline fades, Ally, completely overwhelmed, vomits onto Heart Eyes' corpse, unable to handle the sight of blood all over her. Jay hesitates, then pulls off the killer's mask, revealing some random guy named Eli. No connection, no deeper motive, just a psychotic murderer. Moments later, medics arrive to treat Ally and Jay. Before parting ways, Jay gives Ally his number in case she ever wants to talk. Meanwhile, Shaw, now conscious again, offers Jay a ride to the airport, as he has a friend's wedding to attend. Ali returns home, but something feels off. Later that night, she calls her friend Monica and admits she regrets not making a move on Jay. She's starting to have real feelings for him. Monica urges her to go after him before it's too late. Motivated, Ali rushes to the airport, calling Jay's name as she searches for him. But he's nowhere to be found. Then her phone rings, an unknown number. She hesitates, then answers. A chilling voice speaks on the other end. It's Heart Eyes. He's still alive, and he has Jay. If you want him back, the voice taunts, meet me at the chapel, or else Jay dies. Ali arrives at the chapel and finds Jay, along with Heart Eyes. In a shocking twist, he's revealed to be David, the IT guy. And he's not alone. His partner is none other than Detective Shaw. They're a twisted couple who get their thrill from hunting and killing lovers, while Eli was just a wannabe murderer trying to join in. David forces Ali to make an impossible choice: kill herself or Jay. But Ali outsmarts them, shooting Jay's shoulder so the bullet hits Shaw. Furious, David lunges at them, but Jay drives an arrow straight through his eye, sending him crashing into a fire. Meanwhile, Ali takes on Shaw, stabbing her with a metal straw before finishing her off by impaling her on the sword of Saint Valentine's statue. David makes one last attempt, but Jay finishes him with another arrow. A year later, Ali and Jay are not just alive, they're thriving. Their campaign is a massive success, and they're now a couple. They return to the same drive-in where they once fought for their lives. Jay suggests moving in together, but Ali takes it a step further. She proposes. Jay says yes, and they kiss. During the credits, Ali gets a mysterious phone call. She hesitates before answering, but it's just a friend who was hired to take photos of the proposal. Just as she starts to relax, the call suddenly cuts off, leaving an eerie silence.